Okay, there it is. I use this hand and kind of use like this. Find the hole, you put it in. How's everybody? In this video, let's talk about something fun. Well, actually it's not very fun, it's educational. Why are you by the bathroom? Well, today I wanted to talk about catheterization. Not because it's the most fun topic, but because it's very educational. This is a catheter, if you can see it. It is not a, oh, there you go, nice speedy cath. It is not an extra large glow stick, even though it's kind of in the same packaging. I'm gonna put this down, this is weird talking with this in my hand. For the general public and for people that may not know, but after you sustain a spinal cord injury, most people lose the ability to empty their bladder, bowel as well. So going number 1 and number 2. So I just kind of wanted to make a video to show the process in which how I do it. I know everyone kind of has their own routine and how they have empty their bladder. When I was first released from the hospital, I had what was called like an indwelling Foley catheter, in which like this long tube was basically in, through the penis and through the urethra and all the way it sits in your bladder for like I guess I had like 3 weeks on end, and then they would change it. But living like that and seeing it every day, you just feel less human. So this video is for anyone that's looking to change their routine, or maybe they're interested in transitioning into self-catheterization, and especially because when you're a C5, C6 quad like myself, and your hand dexterity, right? You can imagine trying to use this tube, but also having the fine motor skills to get in the right spot. It's kind of a challenge, and unfortunately, I guess the byproduct of doing this 4 times a day is I'm actually pretty good at it, and I just wanted to kind of share. I know that's such a weird thing to brag about. Oh yeah, I'm really good at cathing myself, but I just wanted to share kind of how I do it, because it may help someone else that's out there, maybe you, or maybe someone you may know. Oh yeah, if you're new to the channel, my name's Corio. I'm a C5, C6 quad. I make videos about what it's like to live with paralysis, and also all things spinal cord injury. All right, before we embark on this wonderful journey of urination, we're gonna need some tools or some things. Number 1, catheter. All right, this is a speedy cath, right? So this one is pre-lubricated, meaning in this package, it is self-contained in terms of lubrication, so you don't need any extra lube. This is here, okay? Step 1. Step 2, I use, this comes in like a little bag here. This is a extension tube, right? So this end essentially will go into the other end of the catheter, and then it goes into the toilet. So you kind of have like a draining system, okay? So I have this. Also, pretty important, hand sanitizer, Target brand, shout out Target. It's actually really good, it smells really nice. And then lastly, I have, if I can pick this up. See, I told you my hands are bad. So, baby wipes, Kirkland, Costco. I know I'm a 32-year-old man, but I do have a lot of baby wipes because of catheterization. Okay, so that's all I use in terms of tools. Tools? No, in terms of things that just needing for catheterization. So yeah, as weird as this sounds, let's go to the bathroom. I'll show you how it's done. All right, so here we are in the bathroom. I know what you're thinking. Wow, so yellow. Yeah, I don't like it either. I'm just renting. So, but essentially what I do is I roll up to the toilet. I know that from this camera you cannot see the toilet, but the toilet is to my left right here. I try to get as close as I can to it, so then you limit the distance between you and the toilet. Let me turn my head around. It's serious business right now. So, all right, let me get the stuff. What are you doing, Corey? Why did you have the stuff in there before? The wipes over here. Let me take this out the bag. And you know what I do a lot of is I use my teeth because that's not what we have to use. So you gotta improvise. You gotta make do with what you got. And my teeth. So like opening bags and stuff like this, teeth. Okay. Takes a while, but you know, does a job. All right. See, it's just a tube, right? All right. So first step, you gotta sanitize your hands because you know, people with spinal cord injury, you know, we're very prone to be getting, especially if you self-cath, very prone to getting UTIs because it's a foreign object. You know, the bladder's sterile, and so is your, you know, your urinary tract. So you gotta use, you wash your hands too, but I just use hand sanitizer. It's so much easier. Okay. Just sanitize your hands like so. Okay. Sanitized. I do get some on my pants sometimes. It happens. Cannot help. No, can't help. I'll probably get a wipe ready now. So you have a baby wipe here. Just kind of put on the side. And yeah, I use my lap basically as my, you know, my table. Okay. Use the SpeedyCath here. You got to be careful with these SpeedyCaths because there is lubricant inside and it's pretty watery. So if you tip it either way, you know, you can make a mess. So kind of try and keep it upright. That's what I do. And then again, use your teeth, or I use my teeth. Okay, like so. I open a little bit. With these SpeedyCaths, there's a line. Okay, there's a line here because that's where this is a coude tip, meaning the catheter kind of curves so that it's easier to insert because it has to go through the prostate, but it kind of has to turn. So the end of this catheter has a coude or kind of turned kind of tip. I'll show you that in a second, but the line is where it turns. So you kind of want to line that up with, like, straight with yourself, if that makes sense. Okay, so I do that, and in order to get this to the toilet, right, because this is very short, you gotta put the extension tube on. Okay, so let me do that. The way I do that is on here. Use your teeth, put it together, kind of clamp it closed. So using my bottom hand and this hand like this, right? It's kind of weird actually watching myself do this. Okay. And then, oh, see, I'm nervous now. What I usually do is I kind of get to the, you gotta get to the kind. So let me do that now. So yeah, the first step I actually should have done first, and I'll blur this out so you can't see anything. But I have this, like, this is a, you know, it's electronics, like, you know, for the digital cameras back in the day, they had these like wrist kind of straps. That's what this is. And then I kind of tied it to the zipper. So then, you know, it's super easy just to, like, you know, open and close your zipper, like so, up and down, right? It just kind of makes life easier. So I open that up, and no worries, I will blur this out. But here's kind of the hard part in terms of cathing, because you know, some people use like a pants holder or something to keep their fly open. For me, I kind of I'm a little stubborn, and I just kind of find my way through it, if that's a way to do it. But essentially, this is what I do. So I usually have this in my mouth, this part here, and it drips a little bit, so I'm going to put this on the side so it doesn't drip here. I usually put this on the side as well, but so I use it. Okay, go there. And you can see here there's that tip there, right? There's that kind of curve. So you want that facing towards you. Okay. Keep this here. And the way that I do it, so I put my mouth a little bit like this. I use this hand and this hand to open the fly. I know where I'll blur it out. I find my penis. Okay, there it is. I use this hand and kind of use like this. Find the hole and you put it in. Is it painful? You know, I've done this so many times that it's kind of more just like pressure. So it was painful, but now it's just like you can literally feel the catheter go into your bladder. At least I can. Like that's how you know how far it is. So you take this end and you put that in the toilet. Okay, and then I push a little bit further, and then the urine comes out. Oh, I gotta drink more water. Embarrassing. And I kind of just went maybe like, I don't know, 2 hours ago maybe, so it probably may not be much. Okay, once it's done doing its thing, this is where it kind of gets the tricky part. Again, I use this part because to prevent any backflow or backlash, kind of hold it here, pull it out, catch the extra whatever. Some remains inside the tube, so you gotta like use gravity, okay? And then I do a little switchy switch, okay? And then I put this back in its home, okay? And then, okay, shake that off. Take this off like that, and then I throw this in the rubbish. Okay, this goes in the rubbish. Flush the toilet. I usually wash this and say this because they only send 15 a month, so I'll put that in the sink for now. I take this end, okay, and then I wipe down. Okay. Once you do that, throw away. Hand sanitizer. Okay, all clean. And then you zip back up eventually. But again, you can see my hand's not that bad. I mean, my hands are pretty bad. It kind of takes a couple tries. Okay, and then hide that bad boy. And I'm off and rolling. Okay, and that's how it's done. Kind of fun. Not really. And that happens, you know, like 4 times a day. Let me go back out here. It's weird talking in the bathroom. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Not really. A little bit awkward. But again, in the name of education, that's why this was filmed. Just some side notes that I kind of wanted to go over. I stay away from drinking things like caffeine, so coffee and soda and carbonated drinks. Also tea. Beer, just kind of things that are diuretics, things that make you urinate more. You can imagine that going cathing like 7-8 times a day just gets pretty irritating. So I try to avoid that. But also, you know, not every bathroom is accessible. You know, carrying around, you know, packs and packs of catheters can get pretty cumbersome, and having them available. So you can imagine, you know, just kind of over the years I've learned to avoid those. Plus beer makes me kind of like bloated, but don't get me wrong, I do drink alcohol, you know, just to kind of get to the point with the hard stuff. So I do live my life. Another things that I just wanted to kind of go over as well, you know, UTIs are pretty common with people with spinal cord injuries and people that catheterize, because at the end of the day it is a foreign object that is going, you know, into your bladder, which is sterile. So, you know, I usually get maybe 2 or 3 a year, and a lot of it is tied to stress for me, because I am a, you know, high school teacher, and, you know, there are times throughout the year that, you know, it's just super stressful, and then, you know, I can feel it, lack of sleep, you're yelling at kids, and you can just kind of feel it coming, and they're no fun. So I talk with my urologist, and I do have antibiotics kind of stashed away, just because they happen so frequently over the past 12 years that I am prepared, because dealing with UTIs can be very, very dangerous, and if they're left untreated, and they just suck. So keep if you are looking to transition into self-cathing or learning, or you're newly injured, just kind of keep that in mind, because those are definitely things that come up, and that you do have to be aware and look out for. So I think that's all I have for this video. If you guys have any comments or any questions or things that I can answer, just leave them in the comment section below, and I'll try and get back to you. Also, yeah, it is summertime, so if you do have any video ideas or other things that I should film, I'm an open book. Freaking siren! See, I live in town, and this is like never ending, never ending. We're trying to film. Well, yeah, with that, to the next one. Cat shoots everybody. Bye.